Welcome to your new home for true crime. Real-life confessions, dark mysteries, and unsettling stories. Every story is crafted to pull you in, every detail meant to chill your spine. Sit back, relax, and prepare for disturbing stories from the darkest corners of the internet. If you'd like your story featured, send it to the email address shown on screen. It's time to give the whispers a voice, because the truth leaves scars. I know why my best friend overdosed. I've never told anyone this. I helped make it happen, and I probably never will again. I grew up with my best friend, Liam. We were inseparable as kids, but adulthood hit him harder. Pills at 17, heroin at 20, often on meth by 24. I stayed the good one. College. Job. Apartment, you know. But every relapse dragged me right back into his orbit. I loved him in that codependent, unhealthy, unspoken way you love someone you've known all your life. 2 years ago, I found him unconscious in his room, needles on the floor, barely breathing. I called 911. They revived him. That night he told me, "Next time, don't save me." He spoke so calm, like asking me to pass the salt. A year later, he overdosed again. But this time, I was there. He'd been clean, doing better. But he confessed to me that the cravings were loud and he wanted one last quiet night. I told him no. We argued. He cried. I hated seeing him like that. Shaking, restless, begging, not for drugs, but for silence. He took the dose anyway. Too much. Way too much. Then he slumped sideways, eyes fluttering, and I just stood there, frozen in place, unable to move. I had my phone in my hand. I could have called 911 like before. Saved him again, but I didn't. Because in that moment, this haunts me, I felt relief. Relief that the cycle might finally end. I sat with him. I held his hand. His breathing eventually slowed and then finally stopped. The coroner ruled it an accident. His mom still hugs me every Christmas and thanks me for trying so hard to help him. Every time she says it, I want to scream. Because the truth is, it wasn't an accident at all. He knew 100% what he was doing, and I just watched it happen. I lied in court. One man walked free. One went to prison. I don't know which one was guilty. When I was 19, I witnessed a stabbing outside the apartment complex where I lived. 2 guys fighting behind the dumpsters. One staggered off bleeding. The other ran. Police showed me 2 mugshots a week later. I panicked. Both looked kind of like the guy I saw. Similar build. Similar age. Same hoodie style. I stared so long my brain turned the memory into mush. The detective kept saying, "Just pick the one who looks most like him. We'll handle the rest." I was terrified, exhausted, and honestly just wanted to go home. So I pointed. Randomly. No confidence. No certainty. Just pointed with no eye contact. Months later, I was subpoenaed. I didn't correct it. I repeated the same ID under oath. The man I pointed to cried when the verdict came in. His mother sobbed so hard they had to escort her out. He got 14 years. 5 months after sentencing, the stabbing victim was caught stealing copper wire downtown. He survived, and he told police he thought his attacker might have been the other guy in the lineup. Nothing happened. Case was closed. I don't know if the right man is in prison. I don't know if the wrong one is free. All I know is that I destroyed someone's life because I was tired and scared and wanted to go home. I don't remember the real attacker's face anymore. I don't remember anything clearly as this was quite a few years ago. Just the shaking hands of the man I pointed at. Sometimes I see him in my dreams. Sometimes he forgives me. Sometimes he kills me. I don't know which version I deserve. What I do know for sure, I am going to hell. I manipulated a tragedy to gain sympathy, and it worked too well. A coworker's child died suddenly. I didn't know the family well, but I realized that people were constantly offering support and attention. So I started exaggerating my own grief, telling stories about how close I was to the family, how much it shook me. I knew it was wrong, but I craved the attention and the sympathy. Problem: people started confiding in me, relying on me, giving me roles in memorials and committees I had no right to be part of. The family eventually found out that I wasn't as connected as I said. They didn't confront me directly, they just stopped speaking to me. But I heard whispers. I know what I did was disgusting. I can't undo it. And the worst part? A part of me felt powerful, like I had control over a tragedy I had no right being a part of. I let my best friend take the fall for something I did. When I was 21, I got a job at a startup. I wasn't very good at my work, and during a critical project, I made a massive mistake, one that would have cost the company a huge client. I couldn't handle the shame or the possibility of being fired. My best friend worked in the same office. One day, I overheard him complaining to another coworker about being overwhelmed. An idea slithered into my head. I could frame him. I subtly shifted blame onto him. Emails, project notes, tiny lies, enough to make it look like he'd dropped the ball. Management believed it. He got called into the office, reprimanded, and eventually fired. I said nothing. I watched him pack his desk while pretending to be sympathetic. Fast forward 8 years. He hasn't spoken to me since that day. I've built a career from the same company he was forced out of. Every promotion, every compliment, every raise sits a little uneasily in my chest because I know it came at the cost of someone I cared about. But I was raised to take what I want no matter the cost. I met my wife, and I've had 2 beautiful kids due to this lie. Sometimes I dream of confessing, but I know way too much time has passed now, so I carry the memory alone, and it grows heavier with every year. We still follow each other on social media, but that's as far as it goes. I have seen that he has struggled to keep a job and has been forced to move due to money issues. I feel like I single-handedly stole his life away from him, and then watched as his life imploded. I quietly destroyed my neighbor's life because I envied her happiness. My neighbor was perfect. She had a loving partner, a new baby, a big house, a seemingly effortless life. I hated her for it. I wanted what she had, but instead of working toward it, I decided to make her life a little worse. I started small, leaving her bins over the curb, letting her dog out while she was at work, taking packages from her doorstep. Then I escalated. I spread small rumors to other neighbors, convinced the mailman to lose a few letters, and called her landlord anonymously about minor complaints. Nothing catastrophic at first, but she started losing control. Bills piled up, neighbors complained, her partner got frustrated, and you could hear them argue, day after day after day. I never expected her marriage to break, or for her to cry on her doorstep one night. I walked by, pretending to comfort her, and inside, I felt nothing but satisfaction. Years later, she's still struggling to piece her life back together, and I carried a quiet knowledge that a part of me ruined her happiness just because I couldn't handle my own jealousy. I keep telling myself it's in the past, but at night, I imagine the moment she finally understands who was behind it, and I wonder if she hate me forever or if she just break. If you liked the content, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. Follow us on all socials and click that bell icon so you never miss an upload, because the truth leaves scars.